guys, it's me, Miss Norris. I know you might not recognize me, but today I'm all dressed up for a fun Halloween read aloud of the story Franklin's Halloween. This story was written in 1996 by Paulette Bourgeois and illustrated by Brenda Clark, and I hope you really enjoy this story. It's kind of fun and exciting. Franklin's Halloween. I'll get a little closer for you to see. There's Franklin. He's carrying his pumpkin home in his wagon. Franklin could count by twos and tie his shoes. He knew the days of the week, the months of the year, and the holidays in every season. Today was October 31st. It was Halloween. Franklin could hardly wait for tonight's costume party. Everyone would be there. You can see he's looking through his dress-up box, seeing what he's going to be for the party. You can see the signs, Halloween party, costume contest, all kinds of fun stuff. Franklin and his friends had talked about the party for weeks. There would be games, prizes, and even a parade. Best of all, there would be a haunted house. Ooh! I think there'll be bats and spiders, said Franklin. Yes, and skeletons, added Beaver. Rabbit shivered. Oh, my sister says she saw a real ghost in there last year. That's silly, Rabbit, said Beaver. There are no real ghosts. So Beaver is saying there's not any real ghosts, but Rabbit said his sister saw a real ghost there. All of Franklin's friends were excited because of the costume contest. Franklin wasn't sure what he was going to wear. He tried on everything in his dress-up trunk, but nothing seemed quite right. So you can see he's dressed up in a fun dress with a boa and in a trench coat and hat like a detective. He's tried on a king costume and also kind of a silly clown costume. What will he be? Beaver and Goose were keeping their costumes a secret. He's trying to find us at the party, they giggled. Fox was also mysterious about what he was going to be. Look for something gruesome, he said. That gave Franklin an idea. He would be something creepy. So some people are telling what they're going to be. Some people are trying to keep it a secret. But everybody is having fun and is excited. And now Franklin has an idea. It took Franklin more than an hour to make his costume. As soon as it was done, he sneaked up behind his father and tapped him on the shoulder. Trick or treat, said Franklin. Ah! Gasped his father. Who are you? So you can see him working on you can see Dad sitting in his chair. And he got tapped, and he got so scared his glasses fell off. Who are you? In his deepest, spookiest voice, Franklin answered, It's me, Frankenstein. Franklinstein. So you can see he made some fun hair and an outfit, and he painted little stitches. Spooky. On the way to town, Franklin tried to guess who was inside each costume. At least I don't have to worry about finding Bear, said Franklin. He's always a ghost. So you can see the whole family is going to the party at the town hall. And he says, Bear is always a ghost, but he's trying to guess everybody else. By the time Franklin and his parents arrived, the party had started. Franklin spotted a ghost at the apple bobbing and hurried toward him. Hello, Bear, Franklin said. Ooh, answered the ghost. That's good, Bear, said Franklin. You sound really scary. Franklin bobbed for an apple, then he ran to the pumpkin toss. It was his favorite game because he always won a treat. So he's trying to say hello to all of his friends. He bobbed for an apple. You put your mouth in the water and grab an apple without using your hands. And then he went on to play the pumpkin toss because he wanted a little treat. Franklin's bag was almost full by the time the judges announced the costume contest. While everyone lined up for the parade, Franklin tried to find more of his friends. He thought he recognized Beaver and Goose. But where was Fox? They marched around the building twice. Franklin made horrible monster sounds and shuffled with stiff, straight legs. Ah! He won a prize for being the best green monster. So we can do a little parade ourselves. We got a clown and a skeleton and a pirate. And looks like Little Red Riding Hood and Frankenstein and a mummy and a wizard and a ghost and let's see, and and a wolf. This is Little Red Riding Hood and her wolf. And Franklin won Best Green Monster. Way to go, Frankenstein. There was only one more thing to do. Go into the haunted house. Ooh, you first, said Beaver, pushing Franklin toward the door. It creaked open. A skeleton rattled. Chains clang, clang, clang. There were moans. Oh! Franklin stepped on something crunchy. Suddenly, a big, hairy hand reached out of the darkness. Franklin's heart beat hard and fast, but before he could scream, a light flicked on. So he's being pretty brave, but he's hearing lots of scary sounds. And then something big and hairy touched him. Ooh! Trick or treat, shouted Mr. Mole. Franklin looked around nervously, then he laughed. That hairy hand was only Mr. Mole's mop. Here's a treat for braving the haunted house, said Mr. Mole. A ghost came before you. He got so scared he flew away. But Bear can't fly, said Franklin. It wasn't Bear, explained Mr. Mole. Bear's homesick with a nasty cold. Franklin shuddered. If Bear wasn't the ghost, then who was? He ran back to his friends who were waiting in line for the haunted house. So you can see that the big scary hand was Mr. Mole's mop, but Franklin just learned something very important. Bear wasn't at the party, but now he's scared. Who was that ghost? And then he ran back to his family and friends. Was it that scary? Asked Fox. You look like you've seen a ghost. Maybe I did, said Franklin. He told them what Mr. Mole had said. You mean Bear was never here? Asked Beaver. Franklin shook his head. The ghost flew over them. It swooped low and called out, "Ooh!" Rabbit twitched. So, what's white and says "whoo" and flies? A real ghost, answered Goose. Run! So, everyone's a little bit scared now. But who do you think is white and says "whoo" and can fly? Franklin was about to follow when he saw a feather floating down. Stop! He shouted. I think I know who the ghost is. Franklin showed them the feather. Look! It must be Mr. Owl! Even Rabbit giggled when he realized the trick their teacher had played on them. They found a feather, and now they all think their teacher's pretty funny. Teachers like to be pretty funny. By the end of the party, everyone's bag was full. Oh, poor Bear, said Raccoon. No treats for him. We could share our treats with Bear, suggested Franklin. All of the friends agreed. They each put some treats into a bag. Then they walked to Bear's house and left the bag on the doorstep. Trick and treat, they called. That's so nice of all of those friends. Bear was sick, so they shared all their goodies with him. Look how happy he is. If I was sick and I missed out on all the trick-or-treating, I wish my friends would bring me some candy too. On the way home, Franklin looked into his treat bag. Goodness, said his mother, you have enough there to last until next Halloween. Maybe, said Franklin, sampling a few. But secretly, he hoped his treats would last until the end of next week. The end. Look how tired he is after having so much fun and having a party. I wonder what those eyes are, though, in the bushes. Dun, dun, dun. The end. I hope you all enjoyed Franklin's Halloween. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the page. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much. Your support means a lot to me. If you are not a subscriber yet, please hit that subscribe button at the bottom of the page and don't forget to click the bell so you're notified when there's new content. I hope you had fun. I know I did, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.